David Maraga has launched the Alternative Justice Systems Framework policy to aid the access of justice in the country through alternative means without necessarily taking minor cases to courts. The policy is expected to reduce backlog of cases, as Mwangi Maina now reports.
Despite their sharp differences with the legal progress of administration of justice, alternative justice systems, including traditional methods of dispensing justice, are among major ways of solving disputes without having to go to courts. Chief Justice David Maraga says these systems will reduce backlog of cases in the courts.
The vast majority of disputes, as much as 90%, among Kenyans are resolved through justice systems that are outside the formal court process. Therefore, the constitutional guidance to embrace and recognize alternative justice systems is located within a wider frame of response that addresses holistically the concept of justice in the Kenyan context.
Maraga says a majority of cases in the country are solved via alternative means. He insists that the Bill of Rights has to be adhered to when cases are being solved through these systems.
That the alternative justice systems hold great promise in enhancing access to justice in a holistic sense of the concept. This policy makes clear recommendations and viable options on how judicial system and alternative justice systems can interact in a manner that is mutually reinforcing and focused on an effective system of justice in the country.
Deputy Chief Justice Philomena Mwilu lauded the framework policy, saying it is a milestone under the current constitution.
It is the formal system of courts and tribunals that are indeed practical, reality, and orthodox. To me, the alternative justice systems is the real thing.
Justice Joel Ngugi, the chair of the task force committee that came up with the framework policy, says alternative justice systems are not only used in villages but also in urban areas.
When we talk about AJS, sometimes scary and stereotypical images of graying old men in monkey skins, snuffing tobacco, maybe coughing raw blood, sometimes they come to our mind. But as Mama Joyce Neresia of Samburu Council of Elders has demonstrated here today, that stereotype is a false one.
Ikiletwa kwa wasee, itatajwa siku moja, inasikizwa siku hiyo, na ruling inapatikana saa hiyo tu.
According to the United Nations, 1.5 billion people in the world have no means of accessing justice. The alternative justice system is poised to reduce backlog of cases in courts and to ensure that cases involving petty offenders are heard and determined as fast as possible. Reporting for TV 47 from the Supreme Court here in Nairobi, my name is Mwangi Maina.